I got an email from Amazon about a few months ago saying I had an opportunity to be part of a trial group for Amazon Ultra. The spiel promised access to all the regular Amazon Prime stuff, Amazon Video with some extras for some of the shows, making-ofs, etc., Amazon Music, which, to be honest, I never used, I've got Spotify for that, and a new delivery plan. For a hefty monthly fee, I could get unlimited immediate delivery on everything. Drones, apparently, hence the cost. They said it would be fast and discreet. It also said that I could link my email, social media, and phone so that it would be able to predict what items I would need and automatically order them. It would even anticipate the time that I would need them. Well, obviously I signed up. I mean, it was expensive, but I had to try it. Emma, my wife, was definitely not happy. We had a bit of an argument about that one. I'll sign her up on her own account. That way she can see for herself. It took a while to get set up though. I had to download the app and give the passwords to my Facebook, Twitter, and Google. When the app was installing, it also asked for some weird permissions I hadn't seen before. I only skimmed it before clicking OK, so I can't remember what it said off the top of my head. I just remember thinking it was odd. After a month, though, of monitoring my habits, the app then advised me to leave all the doors in my house open, and at least the one top floor window for optimal delivery access. I went to my bathroom because, it's probably the one room that you would want to air out. My wife wasn't a fan of the draft, though. Anyway, to start with, it was amazing. I woke up the next day and went to brush my teeth and realized I was out of toothpaste. I hopped into the shower, and as I got out, I heard a whirling sound, felt a slight breeze, and lo and behold, there was a new tube of toothpaste in a little package on the sink. I had had curry on my own last night. Emma was out at an office party, and suffice to say, I was especially pleased to see a parcel containing a new package of super soft toilet paper, chilled by the early morning sky. The drone was hovering by its gifts, waiting for me to acknowledge its delivery. I pressed the green button to signify that I wanted the product, and it flew off, back to wherever it came from. When Emma said she wanted to go on a business trip, there was a pack of beer and a Blu-ray waiting on the coffee table for me without even a thought, all accompanied by the soothing whir. It had started to anticipate my wants. If you asked me then if I had given it a 5-star rating, there wasn't even a question. There were restrictions, however. You couldn't just order yourself items to anywhere. It had to be to your designated shipping address, a safety feature that I rather enjoyed. If they couldn't find a way in, they would leave the items on the doorstep or bump against the door until someone pressed the green button. I thought it was strange, but the email did stress how discreet the service was, so I didn't complain too hard. After all, these things were just so convenient. So when I heard a gentle knocking at my door, I knew what to expect. Instead of some treat that I hadn't thought of in its delivery basket, it was a long box. The box was ripped slightly. This wasn't unusual with some of my packages. The items were always okay, so I just assumed it was due to the speed of processing. I saw a metallic glint through the hole, though. I unwrapped it and realized that what I held was a long, sharp butcher's knife. I saw the torn portion of the label. It was addressed to Emma. Now, Emma doesn't cook, perish the thought, so needless to say, I was really puzzled. She was on another work trip and said that she would be unreachable for the next week, so I just accepted it. A few days later, 2 more packages showed up, also addressed to Emma. I shouldn't have opened them, but curiosity got the best of me. It was a bone saw and duct tape. I had no idea why she would want them. The tape I could understand, but who needs a bone saw? She works in the office, for God's sake. Slowly, more packages arrived, each one filling me with even more dread. Pair of ladies' black leather gloves. Emma never really wore gloves. Rat poison. We don't have rats. And a huge jug of drain cleaner. The industrial kind. The kind that melts flesh. I tried calling her to check that these were legitimate deliveries, but, as promised, her phone cut straight to the answering machine. So, I just accepted them. They were easily returnable, but despite my nagging sense of unease, there had to be a reasonable explanation for it. I was just letting my imagination run riot. I awoke on the day of Emma's return with a sick feeling in my stomach. I hadn't been sleeping the previous nights and was exhausted. I groggily opened my eyes and saw a drone hover at the foot of the bed. I looked in its delivery basket, and what I saw, it made my stomach drop. It was a plain square cardboard box addressed to Emma. The corner was ripped. Through the rip, I could see a black sleek barrel of a pistol. I tore the box apart and looked at the invoice. This delivery had a time attached. It had arrived an hour early. My heart lurched. Everything else I could dismiss as an error or glitch. But this gave me a time. This gave me a method. Amazon was doing its job as advertised. It knew she planned to kill me and wanted to make things as easy as possible. I was just lucky to have signed both of us up. As I hit the reject button on the drone, I heard a key in the door. My relief at watching the weapon fly through the open window was swiftly replaced by rage. That fucking bitch. After all these years together, she would do this to me? She was probably fucking someone else as well. She's never in the house. As she walked upstairs, I imagined her with 1,000 lovers, drinking champagne and laughing as they plotted their lives after the minor inconvenience that was my life had been removed. She walked into the bedroom, and I screamed at her that I knew what she had planned to do. And that slut, she laughed in my face. In my face! Red mist of my fury descended, and through the rush of blood in my ears, I heard a faint whir. I felt the drone put a hammer in my upraised hand, and as I brought it down on my former lover's head, I see her smile turn into a look of fear. Gray matter oozed slowly from the wound as she fell backwards onto the tarpaulin that had already been pulled into place by 2 drones. They were so convenient. As I poured a drain cleaner onto the body, a thought gave me pause. You know what? I don't think I ever signed her up for an account.